haven't heard Cwecwe's story yet, it's an incredibly difficult one to digest, especially if you've ever experienced anything similar. I normally would not share the name of the survivor, as when children are involved, anonymity is paramount to ensure the well-being of the child. The thing is, though, her parents have been fighting for justice for months, and the only way that they have made any type of progress is reaching out on social media. So this is her story.
On the 14th of October 2024 in Matatile in the Eastern Cape, it started off like a normal school day for 7-year-old Cwecwe Mishinzana. However, by the end of the day, her life would forever be changed. Her mother worked out of town, and so they utilized school transport. That day, however, it dropped her home late from school. Even though her dad had mentioned it to her mom, no one thought too much of it, though. The following day, the little girl went to school as normal, whilst her baby brother, who was 1 year old at the time, went to the GP, as he wasn't feeling too well. The little girl thus returned home that afternoon and complained of a stomachache. After 2 more visits to the bathroom, she complained of more pain, this time in the nether regions. Her mother believed that she might just be ill, and so she gave her medication for her stomach and told the little girl to wake her up if the pain persisted. The next morning, Wednesday, she was barely able to walk, crying out in pain. This is when her mother examined her and made the disturbing discovery. After a visit to the doctor, her mother's worst fears were confirmed. The last thing that her mother had ever expected. Her daughter had been the victim of a brutal assault. The little girl would go on to see multiple doctors, a nurse and a psychologist. It would emerge that on that Monday, whilst waiting for her transport driver, the school caretaker had told her to sweep the classroom. She remembered randomly feeling tired whilst doing it, dozing off, and then waking up to the same caretaker telling her that her transport had arrived. And honestly, that is the furthest to this day that the investigation has gone. The caretaker and transport driver have both cooperated with the police, but the principal of the school, the third man who was allegedly in the building on the day, opted rather to lawyer up, essentially expel the young girl, and accuse her mother of not handling things professionally. He has also apparently refused to provide a DNA sample to rule out his involvement in the entire ordeal. Since then, not much headway has been made in the legal case. However, Bergview College, the school where the incident took place, has been issued a notice by the Eastern Cape Education Department to be deregistered. This follows the absolutely horrendous incident, as well as the lack of cooperation from the principal of the school. The decision, which was announced on Friday, apparently becomes effective within 24 hours, with all the learners being placed in other schools in the area.
Imagine that this is the world that we're currently living in, where a young victim's experience is overlooked, thus making it so easy to become yet another statistic. This is the exact reason why I do what I do on my platform. She was 7 years old. She was in a school uniform. She was in a place that was supposed to be safe. She will not be just another number. There will be justice for her and for the countless other innocent victims and survivors just like her. Even if every single one of us out there use our voices